So Jeff, we checked, and you just passed your 4,000th tweet, and you've got over 14,000 Twitter followers. Kodak's got 55,000 Facebook fans. You certainly know about social media, and you've used that knowledge to transition the iconic Kodak brand into what people would call Web 2.0. So can you talk about what you've learned from that process and how other CMOs should be evaluating new forms of media that have limited history, particularly in their industry category? Perhaps maybe we can talk about how you decided to do tweet photo, or how you've made decisions around social media and where to put your dollars. Because CMOs don't have unlimited budgets, either on the human resources side or capital side. They need to be pretty selective.
Yeah, wow, I didn't know I was up over 4,000 tweets. I mean, and I really don't make a big conscious effort to do it. I just do it. And I follow things that people do and that I do. I mean, that's how I decide how we do things. Do I like it? Do others like it? Do my target market likes it? That's how I look at things. And so Twitter I started because I wanted to keep my family informed about what I was doing. And so if you look at my tweets, it's not my Kodak account, it's my account. And so that's how I do things. And so I did it to start that. And then my Kodak family started following me, and now all these other people started following me, and that's great, and I love that. If a marketer's not into these kinds of tools, I think they're just plain stupid. I mean, I can't say it any other nicer way. I've actually probably said it a little worse than that. But we're on tape, so I want to be careful with that. But and I actually had a competitor stand up at a CMO dinner the other night and said he doesn't get it. He didn't get Twitter. I'm going, thank goodness, don't get it. I don't want you to get it. Because we sell products to that. I think it's an unbelievable tool to listen to your customers. To listen. I'm having conversations with people I never imagined. I run into people at conferences or at events, and they come up and they actually hug me because we're Twitter friends now. And, it's kind of weird, but, I'm getting used to it. These random people who do this. But you get a sense for who they are online, and we're having conversations, and I've actually gotten some good friends from that. But more importantly, I'm getting great business. So I'm able to listen to customers. In fact, we just hired a chief listener. Someone who sits there like an air traffic controller and listens to all these conversations that are going online, because they're happening with you or without you. Now, do you want to be engaged in them or not? I call that the ROI, the return on ignoring. What's your return on ignoring? Because these conversations are happening. And when someone says, go effing yourself, your effing products, effing blah, 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 and I joke about it, but that's a true tweet that I saw one time. Well, we engage with that customer and say, what's wrong? What did we do? What happened? Well, we turn that person around. Now, you don't turn them all around, but at least now I know that this conversation is going on. That person would have, if she's got 500 followers, 1,000 followers, 10,000, oh my gosh, if it had been Demi Moore with 1 million or, somebody else who had done that, oh my gosh, what would have happened? So we're able to do those kind of things. So I think if a marketer's not participating, and I don't care if it's Twitter, Facebook, let's take Facebook as an example, or Yammer, or a whole host of other things, I think you'd be making some big mistakes. Now, and I also think from a Kodak perspective, Twitter is a great brand for us. Why? Because you're sharing your life. Facebook, you're sharing your life. Well, what's a Kodak moment? It's nothing until you share it with somebody. So to me, those are very nice brand extensions in terms of the activity. And then companies like Tweet Photo, which we've just become a part of and are supporting as part of our ongoing efforts. I mean, where can people start to share photos more often, quicker, faster, in a way in which we want to do it? Well, that's what we're all about. Now, whether it's photos or, or information, I think that's the key for us.
Yeah, I was actually pretty surprised because several days after I started following you, your daughter started following me. So I was like, this is a name I recognize, at least half of it, and then I have to, of course, drill into the bio to figure out.
Well, she's pretty smart. She's my publicist on the book, and so when she sees media people, she goes right to them. So she's pretty smart. She teaches this is the cool thing about Twitter or social media is that you have lots of friends out there who help teach you things. And I think that's what's really neat about this media as opposed to other. You don't see anybody from broadcast coming over to show me how to do the camera or this. But I do have people who are on Twitter and social media who are always giving me hints about different ways to do things. And that's what I think I find really cool. I mean, I was sitting down with somebody in San Francisco the other day, and we were talking, and we're comparing our Uber Twitter and what tool do we like best, and here's TweetDeck, and here's Seismic, and oh gosh, have you seen this? And so you see a lot of that stuff going on, which is really kind of fun. I mean, when I have a BlackBerry and an iPhone. I carry both, and soon to probably have an Android in my phone, in my pants as well. But you know, it's amazing. I hope no one calls me all at the same time, or my whole body will start vibrating. But you know, when I got the iPhone, I sent out a tweet and said, "What's your favorite iPhone application?" Now, I did that because I didn't want to go searching through a million of these things, or how many that they claim they have, but all my friends recommended me, and I wrote them all down, and it was interesting to see the groupings around which ones, and those became my filter for which ones I was going to sign up for. Made my job so much easier. And that's how companies like Kodak are doing this for new product innovations. We got great ideas on our ZI-8, our high-definition video camera. We took a mic jack, and someone suggested we do a mic jack, and we got that from somebody online, and so that was been one of the major sellers for that camera.
Great. Now, one of the things I hear VPs of marketing struggle with regards to Twitter is whether or not they should be sort of the voice of the brand on Twitter and have a sort of a true personality, or whether they should create a corporate personality and not have, you know, their own account to play with, or both. You know, should they split their time between those things? Well,
you know, I don't know. I think you find out what's best for you. A brand is a promise delivered, okay? There is nobody that, in my opinion, can tweet and say, I'm Kodak. I am Kodak. So is Jenny Cisney. So is Tom Hoyne. So is Tina Clark. So are the 27,000 other people who are part of our company. We make up the brand, and we do that collectively, not just one person. I tend to believe our Twitter people, the folks that are online that are speak for themselves and as an extension of the company. And then that makes up our collective brand, and that's how you see it. I don't think that I can say, well, I'm officially the person who's going to speak for the company. I don't see how you can separate the two.